Guys, I'm a dashing rogue, but despite all my dashingness, I know that regardless of anything I say, it will always be better received if it is said by a hot chick. Oh, hello there. How are you doing, young lady? I wonder what it is she has on her mind right now. Sweetheart, by all means, because she is, I'm digging her. Definitely that with the hair and everything. Oh man, she is fun. So, sweetheart, by all means, take her away.
2 weeks ago, you were unable to have a funeral. If your mom, if your dad, if your grandma died, they couldn't have a funeral. And if you did try to have a funeral, you could have been arrested. You fast forward 2 weeks later, you turn on the television and there's a giant funeral, a giant memorial for George Floyd.
Which was bigger than the one for Prince. And like, even though like I'm not the world's biggest Prince fan, I like, you put them together and it's like, wait a second, one doesn't really add up to the other. If you were to ask me, hey, who should America consider to have should have enough consideration to have four different funerals shown on every network, I would say Prince, man. Like, no offense, but I would say Prince.
Celebrities and politicians, all there. The same people for the past couple months who were telling you if you were to go into a group of people, you could have died because of COVID-19. And
Yes, you gorgeous slice of lady, you. Like, the hypocrisy is so blatant, right? Like the establishment has lost its mind, and they're not even, pretending anymore. And it really has just been the past 4 years of those who got put in place while a certain other individual was in the White House, now just being, well, we like just going completely balls to the walls in order to, make it seem or keep up this facade of, President Trump being a quote unquote bad president, or all the other buzzwords that they want to use, racist, xenophobic, and everything else like that. That's really what it is about, trying to destabilize the country to a point where, trying to get us to the point of no return. And one of the things that I've loved seeing is how many people really do see through this nonsense. I mean, you can kind of tell at this point, right? And they made it clear back during the Ferguson stuff exactly where they stood when it comes to just, bending the knee and bowing down to ideologies. And so when it comes to Black Lives Matter, and you see the NFL, oh man, we like the Drew Brees and everybody just like, it's basically an inquisition. It's the Black Lives Matter inquisition that has nothing to do with Black life. But what the establishment did was they took that because they saw the COVID thing was starting to break, like people were like, look, it's been 3 months. We have to, like the COVID thing started to break. And so they was like, all right, press the race button. That's what it's been. That's what it's been about this entire time. It's just, and there's so many useful, soft-brained idiots in this nation. I love you. You are my countrymen. I love you. It's not your fault that these schools are trash and they don't teach you. And your parents are, in many cases, particularly my generation, seriously, millennials, we are awful parents, are trash. So they didn't and brainwash themselves. This is, about 50 years of just media manipulation and direction, and just being really just the allowance of feelings to take over for logic and reason. This is the end game. This is the result of all of that. Keep going, sexy.
they sit at this giant funeral. A funeral in which George Floyd probably only knew 1/3 of the people actually there. A funeral in which became political. Al Sharpton was up there saying...
See, I gotta stop you right there because this was political from jump. It's one of the reasons why I did my initial George Floyd video. I was like, look, they're gonna politicize this. And I was not wrong. They took this and went buck wild with it. They tried, and I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but I've been trying to stay on top of them doing that. They tried to do the same thing with Maurice Gordon until we saw that video, and it was like, no. He did this to himself, okay? And that's the most important thing to remember, is that, yeah, things can look bad, things can look terrible, but you just can't take how it looks and run with it, because in many cases you'll end up running in the wrong direction. Let's keep going.
Trying to take the White House. George Floyd's funeral became political. 2 to 3 days after that man was murdered, they told you to go vote. A week after that man was murdered, first day of primaries. And what did you do? You went out and voted.
Yep, because for some strange reason, like, that's the answer. That's the answer to everybody's problems. And it's not. I'm sorry. What you vote for is just as important as you voting. You get what I'm saying? Like, the deal is, and one of the things that gets thrown in my face a lot, because I'm a descendant, oh, people died for you to have the right to vote. No. People died, so I had the right to choose. And there's a difference, because everybody that screams at you to vote, always, because of the group mentalities that we have in the United States, they always just will assume you're going to vote for the person or the policy or the initiative that you want them to vote for. Right now, the only vote I'm worrying about is November 3rd with cannabis legalization. As you guys know, that's my baby. I want to get it over the finish line. That's it. Plain and simple. And guess what? I can't make anybody vote one way or the other. All I can do is encourage, right? And push you in my way. And push the New Jerseyans that listen to me in that way. And that's it. When it comes to these individual politicians, though, we've been lied to so many times that Cory Booker is basically a shoo-in. Particularly here in New Jersey, where we have all mail-in voting. Pass. I've been crying about that for the longest time. All mail-in voting is just, it's so easy to commit fraud. It really is, particularly when you have the type of machine that New Jersey has in its political, on its political plantation. Just whatever the establishment wants goes, plain and simple. But when it comes to voting, you, my brother or sister, they keep setting you up to vote for the lesser of two evils, and acting as if evil should be an acceptable loss. And some of us just don't want to do that. But they'll sit there and shame you. They'll sit there and use every tactic in the book in order for you to go and vote. And then when they realize you didn't vote their way, or they end up losing, you end up with nothing but hurt, which we've gotten over the past 4 years here in the United States. Sweetheart, keep going. Golly, she's sexy.
Blue, just like the script told you to. Hashtag vote, all over Instagram, all over Twitter. Everybody, vote.
So she goes blue. Here, we're not playing partisan games. Because real talk, a lot of people are coming out for President Trump. Like, a lot of there's like record-breaking numbers of people coming out to vote for Trump in a primary that doesn't really wash, but it really is their solution, because you know what they're doing? They are doing everything except for addressing the solution. I'm going to do a video a little later on about the Confederate flag. I got into a very interesting conversation back and forth with an actual United States soldier about it. And I want to really break that one down. But the deal is that you like, the choice is yours, right? The choice is yours. If you want to go out and vote, go ahead. If you don't, if you don't have anybody or anything worth getting up and going out in there and voting for, don't. They have to earn it. They really do. Everybody screams vote with assumptions.
Why? Have you asked yourself why? What is voting going to do? We had a black president and this still happened. You think voting is going to solve racism?
There is no solving of racism, guys. Deal is that you cannot control the thoughts or actions or perceptions of another individual or human being. So thusly, racism will never go anywhere. The only thing we can do as individuals is not be racist ticks, And plus, a lot of things, when it comes to a lot of circumstances, it can be drawn to, like, whatever issue a person has with another person. It doesn't necessarily have to be around race. You know, you can just not like this person at an individual level. I don't like your attitude. I don't like the way that you carry yourself. But the way they interpret it can be like, oh, well, you're just racist. No, you're just a dick. Dave Chappelle had one of the greatest one of the greatest sketches when in terms of that, when he had the monsters out there. You know, they were being monsters, but they always turned it around to, oh my goodness, I'm a victim of racism and everything else like that. Like, come on, take it easy, guys.
You're being used. You think they broadcasted George Floyd's funeral all to America because they wanted to show what a great person George Floyd was? Or do you think they broadcasted George Floyd's funeral because they wanted you to watch? So you would get angry, you would get sad, you would get...
No, so you would remain angry and you would remain sad and you would still, oh my goodness, I have to go throw money at the first black person I see. Please, if you just throw money at black people, I mean, links in the description, I'm just saying. But yeah, like that, she's 100% on point with this. That's why they shove it in our faces. That's why this has been going on for like almost like a couple of weeks now. Every night there's a new thing going off. I just covered the whole Chaz thing in Seattle. Why? Country destabilization, guys. That's it. They just want to make it seem they are pulling out all the tricks. They are busting out all the stops to make it seem to just fingers crossed that on November 3rd, you guys will be like, oh my goodness, this is just so crazy, like Trump is such a terrible president. There is such a thing as a silent majority of people who do not like this, don't like it at all, see that the blue team is, you know, like, oh yeah, defund the police and abolish police and all this other stuff. And they're like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to be a social pariah, but yeah, come November 3rd, on it. And you did this to yourself, blue team. You really did. That's why, like Tim Pool tweeted earlier, oh my goodness, you know, Joe Biden's talking about Trump stealing the election. You know, this is retarded. I'm sorry, but it is. It's retarded. It's redundant, and it's the same thing over and over and over and over again, man. Wake me up on November 4th.
Mad, you would get frustrated, and you would go vote. 2 weeks.
So yeah, guys, she is absolutely stunning. I like, particularly with what's coming out of her mouth. She's she is 140% correct, and I think you guys can kind of guess that out of me. Like, yo, like, there's a bad chick speaking realness, and we got a bad chick, and then you got realness, and we got a bad chick speaking realness. What? So guys, with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss it, like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know what do you guys think in the comments. Like once the re-election takes place, all of these outlets, they're going to be forced, like, because right now they still feel like they have a majority, and that's because the loudest, you know, the squeaky wheel gets the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Can you dig it? So the loudest start sitting here screaming and everything else like that. So the mainstream and the media are still trying to, you know, push that agenda onto the United States of America, onto the people of the U.S. But come November 3rd, once they realize, oh yeah, this wasn't this we got 4 more years, right? Then they'll be forced to adjust. So just riding on out until then, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments, okay? And until the next one.